Some of your most favorite, let's call it favorite artists are lying to you. Some of them even call themselves influencers. I just call them assholes. Because the truth of the matter is that they are lying to you because of 3 reasons. Number 1, they are an asshole. Number 2, they don't sell any art and they have to fake it. They don't have a choice. And number 3, they're basically assholes. And so my Instagram strategy is very simple. Don't be an asshole. Now that said, let's just like whatever, like this channel is all about helping artists and art collectors out. So if you haven't already, just subscribe. That would be amazing. Now you might say, Dries, what the fuck do you know about all of this? Well, that's a valid question. On the screenshot you see now on the screen, you see that I have thousands of comments, tens of thousands of likes on a single post. Every single post, like not every single post, but like regularly. I know how the organic route looks like. I can teach you stuff. I can teach you stuff. If you don't have 5 minutes out of your day to learn how people on Instagram, one of the art hubs at this moment, are lying to you in your face, then let's face it, you don't really have a chance in the art world. You don't really have a chance. So let's dive into it. This is a problem. Why? Because if you're an artist, you probably compared yourself to other artists on Instagram. I most certainly have done that. And some of them are just lying. And so you feel bad because they have more likes, they have more followers, all that stuff. But in reality, it's all fake. Yeah, they have 1,000 likes a post, even though they only post once every 2 weeks. And then you feel bad because you have 100 likes or 50 likes, or you're a collector, an art collector, and you want to invest in a particular artist, and you think like, yeah, they have likes, yeah, they have a following, even though like 1,500 likes, they only have 4 comments, so you kind of feel like that doesn't feel right. And then you make the wrong investment, and it's cool because you also like the work. I get it, but still, like, and some of these artists, like, let's face it, the art world is a world where there is a lot of manipulation. Like, that happens in this world. And so manipulation is not always bad from an investment point of view, but when you look at history, most of those fakers die out. They never really survive. And so you have to think about those things. Now, we're not going to talk about the obvious, like buying followers, buying likes, all of that stuff. Like, we get it. That happens. Like, we're past it. We're going to talk about other stuff, a little bit more sneaky stuff, subtle stuff that you might not be aware of. Stuff like comment bots, like for like structure, super likes. If you haven't heard of that before, I will explain you what it is. So you can perhaps do it yourself, I don't know, and how you can spot it and how you can overcome it and how you don't have to be affected by all of that BS. So the first thing these Instagram artists will do to lie is a like for like structure, which means that they will have a group, let's say of 500, 600, 700, sometimes 1,000, or 10 groups of 100 artists, or not, sometimes not even artists, which is way more stupid than all art, but let's say 1,000 artists, where when they post, they will all like each other's posts. And so inevitably what you will get is, after the first hour or 2 or 3 when you post, you will get 1,000 likes of other artists on your post. And so immediately it will look like you're really, really good. Immediately it will look like you're like, yeah, your art is amazing. And so it's very easy to scan for these things. It's very easy. You click on a post, you click on the likes, and then you compare those with other likes of another post of them. Perhaps even 3 posts or 4 posts, and you will see that all those likes come from the same people. If you really want to go down on it, you can even put it in a spreadsheet. So a list of like a list of likes of the but for the list of the likes of the first post, then list the likes of the second post, third, and they compare the rows with one another, and then you will see that almost all the likes are of the same people. Of course, that's manipulated. Of course, that is not an organic way of growing or an advertisement built way of growing. It's just none of those two. Like it's just not. It's just fake. Let's call it, it's just fake. These are fake people with fake art and fake fame. Another thing that you will see is comment bots. Comment bots or comment groups, or I don't know, there are various names for it. I don't know all the names. Basically it is a group, this is very similar to the like-for-like structures, a group of artists or just Instagrammers who decide to comment on each other's posts. Now, you don't need a lot of this. You don't need 1,000 people to comment on your post. If you have several people with a lot of followers, with a lot of authority, those comments on your post will have a lot of impact already. And so you don't need a lot. And it's very easy to see those things. Again, go to the comment section and you will see the same people commenting on the posts. You know, like one post, same people, the other post, same people, the other post, same people. You know, those are all the same people. And if you go to the people who are commenting on those posts, you will see the original page that you just came from commenting on their post as well. And so it's one big network of people who post on each other's posts. And like these things don't work. These are not tactics. They seem, to somebody who doesn't know a lot about Instagram, they seem like, wow, they have 22 comments on a post. But then you look, and 20 of them are from the same people over and over again. And so these profiles don't have any reach. They don't have any reach. They don't have any power. They don't have any impact. This art is not making an impact at all, basically. And so don't be intimidated by those pages. And you can say like, yeah, Dries, but what do you know about those things? You know, like, what do you know? Like, I have the post that you saw earlier. On that page, on that profile, I don't know how many comments I have, but thousands, tens of thousands. I made 500 posts there. Some of those posts have 1,000 or 2,000 comments on themselves. And you can see, like, that's all public, you know? Like, you can go through those comments and then you can see, like, hey, wait a minute. 95% of the comments here come from different profiles and don't comment again and again over and over and over again. And so that's an organic way. You know, I'm familiar with an organic way, and I'm not the only one. Like, there are profiles out there who have way more comments than I have, but I'm just trying to give you some information, some insider information, so that you can decide for yourself. You know, and you don't have to, like, you can put this in a spreadsheet. You know, you can put this in a sheet where you have the data, like black and white, objectively. You don't have to do that. You can, but you don't have to. If you know that this exists and you start searching for it just with your eyes, just comparing two posts and memorizing kind of automatically the comments, you will already see this happening in some pages. You will already see this happening on some profiles. And so your own memory is enough. You don't need a spreadsheet for most of these pages, most of these things. And you will see, like, now that you know this, you will start seeing it popping up all over the place, basically. So yeah, those are the common bots. We also have something like botting, like a robot that is operating on the Instagram profile and liking a lot of other posts and a lot of other profiles. And commenting sometimes, but most of the times they don't do that. They just like, you know, a lot of posts, a lot of things. And it's very, very easy to scan those as well. Now, inevitably, if you have a robot on your page that is liking, let's say, 3,000-4,000 images a day, then all those people that get those likes are getting those notifications in, and then you have a reach of 4,000, 5,000 every single day after 6 months or a year. That's a lot of reach. You're gonna have a lot of followers because of that. You're gonna have a lot of likes because of that as well. And so this is, to some extent, people might say, an effective strategy. Of course it is not. Of course, Instagram will not like this, and of course it's not an effective strategy. You're kind of limiting your organic reach and going only for that botting type of behavior. It's just not gonna work, trust me. I've tried it myself at some point, so I know it doesn't work. And then all of these crappy tactics, by the way, don't work. And so So I've tried it on a separate page, etc., etc. Like not to destroy my original page, but anyway. Point being, these things don't work. You will get some reach, you will get some likes, but it's not really gonna result in anything long term. And so it's very easy to scan for those things. These people who do that, they will first of all not have a lot of organic reach after they post. So if you follow those artists, and some of them, like you will see it, so you're following them, and then in the first 2 hours, they're not really getting a lot of likes. And then 2 days later, suddenly out of nowhere, that post has a lot of likes. You know, if you see something like that, you know something fishy is going on, or they are buying likes, or they are in a like-for-like structure and posted the post a little bit later, or they're doing botting, or a combination of all three, or etc., etc. I'm sorry. If you see something like this, then they are cheating their way in the game. These artists will most likely not be here anymore 10 years from now. These artists are not the artists to invest your time or money in. Then there are some other tactics as well. For example, follow and follow strategies. You know, where you follow a lot of profiles and then you unfollow them. All of those profiles will see all of those notifications. Then some of them, out of politeness, will follow you back. And then you have followers, and you can target, you know, you can go to, for example, here's a smart way to do that. By the way, here's a smart way to do that. If you want to go that route, which is not my recommendation. I don't think that is a smart social media tactic for 2020. I don't. But if you want to do that, a smarter way that not a lot of artists do is go to galleries, then go to the people that follow those galleries, or that the galleries are following, and do follow and follow there. You will have a lot of collectors in that base, and so that's going to be a very, very powerful strategy to at least make sure that collectors are becoming aware of your work. Now, would I recommend that? No, I would not. I would not. Like, I would recommend posting on TikTok at this moment, for example. That's a real thing. You're gonna reach way more people doing that than doing like Instagram, doing like follow and follow strategies. So what I want you to do now is very, very simple. Make several email addresses, and then make several Google accounts so that you can have several YouTube platforms like YouTube pages, YouTube profiles, so that you can subscribe and like and comment with all of those profiles on this video on my channel, because this channel is here to help artists, help art collectors out in the business side of the arts. Now, what I also want you to do is to watch one of the following 2 videos. One is called How to Sell Art on Instagram. It's very long, it's 30 minutes, but it's explaining some real psychology, some real stuff. Stuff that will be here 50 years from now. Stuff that will be here 100 years from now, long before Instagram is gone. Tactics that go beyond all this crappy stuff that I just explained. That's not a tactic. This video is way better. Anyway, there's also another one, how to bio on Instagram. It's deep into psychology. It's shorter. Short one this, the other one that. Like, subscribe, and I will see you next time, hopefully. Ciao, ciao.